Hi everyone! We often look back at ancient people and think they were simple or primitive. But the truth is, we are only standing here today because they were absolute geniuses. Without computers, without electricity, and without modern tools, they solved problems that would baffle even the smartest engineers today. From the sands of Egypt to the laboratories of China, let's travel back in time to rank the 10 greatest inventions of the ancient world. These aren't just cool gadgets, these are the milestones that defined humanity. Let's dive in. Number 1. The wheel. Mesopotamia, estimated around 3500 BC. It is often cited as the most important invention in history, but here is the twist. It wasn't originally used for transportation. For the first few hundred years, the wheel was just a potter's turntable used to spin clay. It took centuries for someone to realize that if you flipped it on its side and connected it to an axle, you could move heavy loads. This sounds simple to us, but engineering a fixed axle that didn't break under weight was a massive technological leap. It turned humanity from a species that dragged things through the mud into a civilization that could travel, trade, and conquer. Number 2. Writing. Sumer and Egypt, around 3200 BC. Before 3200 BC, human knowledge was fragile. It existed only in memory. If the village elder died, the history of the tribe died with him. Then came the Sumerians with cuneiform and the Egyptians with hieroglyphs. For the first time, human thoughts could be frozen in time. This invention allowed us to write laws, record debts, and send messages across vast distances. It was the transition from prehistory to history. We stopped being just animals surviving the day and started being a civilization building for the future. Number 3. Paper. China, 105 AD. Before the Han Dynasty, writing was an expensive nightmare. You had to carve characters into heavy bamboo strips, expensive silk or clay tablets. Imagine carrying a library that weighed a ton. When Chai Lun perfected the method of making paper from wood pulp and rags, he democratized knowledge. Suddenly, information was cheap, light, and portable. It allowed ideas to spread faster than ever before. Without paper, there would be no printing press, no books, and no modern education system. Number 4. Roman concrete. Rome, around 3rd century BC. If you look at modern roads, they crack after a few years, but the Pantheon in Rome, it is still standing strong after 2 millennia. The secret lies in Roman concrete. They mixed volcanic ash with lime and seawater. Unlike modern concrete that degrades, this ancient mixture actually reacts with the elements to get harder and stronger over time. It's a chemical masterpiece that modern engineers are still trying to fully replicate. Rome didn't just build an empire, they built it to last forever. Number 5. The Antikythera mechanism, Greece, around 100 BC. This is perhaps the most mysterious object ever found. Recovered from a shipwreck, it's a complex system of 30 bronze gears that functioned as an ancient analog computer. It was used to track the movement of the sun, moon, and planets, and even predict eclipses decades in advance. The level of miniaturization and precision here is shocking. Nothing else like it appears in history for another 1400 years. It proves that Greek engineering was far more advanced than we ever imagined. Number 6. The compass. China, around 2nd BC. For thousands of years, sailors were prisoners of the sky. They navigated by the stars, which meant if it was cloudy or stormy, they were lost. The Chinese changed everything with the invention of the magnetic compass. Originally a tool for feng shui called the south-pointing spoon, it was eventually adapted for navigation. This device unlocked the oceans. It gave captains the confidence to sail into the open sea, directly leading to the age of exploration and the connecting of the continents. Number 7. The seismoscope, China, 132 AD. Long before modern geology, the Chinese scientist Zhang Heng invented a device to detect earthquakes. It was a beautiful bronze vessel featuring 8 dragons. Inside, a sensitive pendulum would swing in the direction of a tremor even hundreds of miles away and drop a ball into the mouth of a toad below. This wasn't just art, it was a vital early warning system. It allowed the imperial court to know exactly where a disaster had struck so they could send aid immediately. It was the perfect marriage of art and science. Number 8. Archimedes' screw, Greece, 3rd century BC. The genius mathematician Archimedes faced a problem. How do you move water up against gravity efficiently? He designed a hollow pipe with a spiral screw inside. By rotating it, water is scooped up and pushed to the top. It was a brilliant, elegant solution to irrigation and drainage. The design is so perfect that we barely changed it. Today, 2,000 years later, we still use the Archimedes screw in industrial pumps, combine harvesters, and wastewater treatment plants. Number 9. Gunpowder, China, 9th century AD. There's a deep irony in the invention of gunpowder. Chinese alchemists were actually trying to create an elixir of immortality to help the emperor live forever. Instead, they mixed sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter and created a substance that would define warfare for the next 1,000 years. The search for eternal life accidentally resulted in the ultimate tool of destruction. Number 10. The number 0. India, around 5th century AD. This might sound abstract, but it's arguably the greatest intellectual leap in human history. For a long time, civilizations had no symbol for nothing. The concept of 0 as a number developed in ancient India revolutionized mathematics. It allowed for the decimal system, complex calculus, and algebra. Without 0, the binary code, 0 and 1, that runs every computer, smartphone, and the internet today simply would not exist. It's the invisible foundation of our digital world. So, the next time you use your phone or drive a car, remember that the technology you are using is built on the foundations laid thousands of years ago. Which of these ancient inventions impresses you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Lala, thank you for watching. Don't forget like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.